Namaste, yogis. Welcome to your Ashtanga practice today. And I hope that all the movements in the body today, before you've reached your mat, have felt fluid, have felt free, and have felt light. So today, something I was thinking about is, at each moment, how do we meet that moment? And how do we meet the moment as it is? So before we even get there, we can physically see the moment is right there. And unfortunately, brains don't actually compute it. Okay, here's the moment. It's time to open the door and get the ice cream out. That Magnum Death by chocolate. Unfortunately, it's not exactly like that, because we literally just see the ice cream and we're like, open the door, take the ice cream out, and it can't be quicker than anything else by getting to pay for it, getting out and consuming it. So taking that into perspective, and also moving it to our mat, is how do we meet the moment as it is? And what is that moment? Because each and every second could be a moment, each and every breath could be a moment, each and every step could be a moment. The further and further we go, the more moments we encounter, the more moments we look back on, because memories are moments. And in that essence of how all of that is literally woven together as we move forward, driving this beautiful life in the beautiful vehicle that we have, how do we stop and appreciate the moment for each moment and each time? So today, looking at it in the sense of, at each posture, how do we meet the moment as it is? And not that every answer is available right now, because asking yourself this question will open up many answers, not just now. It may follow through and filter through as far as you wish for it to go. But within our practice today, the intention of allowing that moment to be the moment of happiness, or the moment of discomfort, the moment of, damn, I'm out of breath, almost making me do another chaturanga. How do we meet that moment? And it's quite simple. We allow ourselves to literally become present. So we soften into the stillness. We allow that absorption of energy to flow in us and through us as it continuously moves around us. Not always a stock standard procedure, I know that. And in the way we bring the energies around into our space when we get onto our mat, we already move into that space of stillness. So already an intention of meeting the moment as it is already created. Because right now, us opening that fridge is literally us getting onto our mats, finding space and moving through our flow. And obviously, being in Ashtanga practice, we know that we are going to meet certain things that we already know. So just like we go to the convenience store, we know exactly where that Magnum is. Right here, right now, it's the same thing. Well, not exactly the same thing. I know it doesn't taste like beautiful compiled ice cream, but we know what we're going to go through. We know what we're going to be able to challenge ourselves with. We know how much further we can go, because we've created this level of repetition within our space to allow everything to flow into that moment as it is, in its stillness, in its sometimes discomfort, sometimes euphoria. Whatever it is and however it comes, today is the day in which we're going to meet that moment as it is. We're going to smile, maybe we're going to grimace, maybe we're going to just scream out Om. Whatever it is that the expression within our body allows us to express today, I ask for you to create that intention to express it. Unfortunately, I'm not in the space with you to share the joke, share the grimace, share the smile, but I'm right here cultivating it with you. So let's see how we do today. Maybe we find a little bit more, maybe we don't find as much. But maybe we just create intention for something to flow between now and later. Beautiful. All right. So in our comfortable seat, just making sure we're feeling completely meshed into our mat. Slowly drawing your eyelids down. As we start to hone into this beautiful space of stillness, silence, and serenity. As you start to listen in and tune in to the sounds around, just feeling each breath as it draws in and slowly maneuvers its way out. Drawing into the physical dimensions right now. As we incorporate temperature feels, the physical body feels, the mental feels. And drawing into those heart feels as we tune into whatever it feels, however it feels, without judgments or fear. We know we're holding our space within this beautiful environment full of magical energy. As you start to draw in a deep inhale, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, sign it out through your mouth. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, release, letting it go. Slowly drawing your hands to heart center. As we open our Ashtanga practice with our opening invocation and a beautiful sound of Om. Vande Gurunam Charanar Vinde Sandarshita Swatma Sukha Bhavade Nishayase Jangalika Mane Samsara Hara Hara Moha Shantye Abahu Purushakaram Shankha Chakrasi Dharinam Sahasra Shirasam Shwetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Inhale for Namaste Ashtangis. I hope you have an amazing and magical practice today. Okay, so to start off today, we're going to change our warm-up a little bit. We're going to start with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar A, and we're going to go and do 5 rounds of Surya Namaskar B. And I know sounds like a lot of delicious chaturangas, and I'm so looking forward to it as much as you are. We're going to have a little bit of fun with it because we know exactly how to meet that moment right now. And thereafter, we'll drift into a little bit of the standing series and a bit of the seated series, see how far we go. Alrighty, so let's come up to the top of our mats. Just taking a moment to check in with our alignment. Big toes touching, slight gap between the heels, gentle micro bend in the knees, shift in the hip, tilt in the hip bone. Just allowing it to draw slightly down and forward as your shoulders melt away, all the way down. Drawing your gaze forward, taking in a deep inhale, and just sighing it all out. Beautiful. And we shall begin. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Drawing your hands to the earth. Either floating or stepping back. Holding high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Coming up to upward facing dog. Releasing back to downward facing dog. Holding here for 5. Just taking a moment to walk our dog out. Feel that comfort. Feel that discomfort. Meet it in this moment as we engage, accept, understand, and move through stillness. Slowly engaging into your Ujjayi breathing. We're holding here for 2 more. Inhale, looking up to the top of your mat. Floating or stepping forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping your aura. Drawing it all the way up. Hands through heart center. Beautiful. 1 down, 2 to go. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the earth. Feet to the back of the mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Making sure that those elbows are at 90. Engaging into Urdhva Mukha Shavasana. Releasing back to Adho Mukha Shavasana for 5. Making sure that that gaze is rolled up to the back of the room or towards your navel. Two more breath cycles. Inhale, looking up to the top of your mat, finding the front. Coming up to halfway lift. Exhalation, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, coming up to Urdhva Tadasana. Releasing back to Tadasana. Inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Uttanasana. Drawing your hands down, stepping back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Coming up into Urdhva Mukha Shavasana. Releasing back to Adho Mukha Shavasana. Sitting in this calmness and stillness, holding up 2 more breath cycles. Now looking up to the top of your mat. Drawing forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping your aura, drawing your hands all the way up. Hands through heart center, releasing them beside you. Beautiful. Surya Namaskar A completed. Time to engage into Surya Namaskar B. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the earth. Stepping and floating back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Coming up into upward facing dog. Drawing back to down for one breath cycle. Inhale, right leg all the way up with momentum. Exhale, placing them in front of your hands, drawing them all the way up. Making sure that those hips are squared off. Exhale, release from warrior one. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. Back to down for one. Inhale, right leg, left leg all the way up. Exhale, placing between your hands. Back foot to 45, hips squared off. Virabhadrasana one on the opposite side. Exhale, drawing your hands down to the earth. Stepping back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, back to down dog for 5. Feeling what you feel right now, absorbing it in, allowing it to be, and allowing it to release. Holding here for 3 more. Inhale, looking up to the top of your mat. Floating or stepping forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweeping those arms all the way up. Drawing your hands through to heart center. Releasing them beside you. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Coming up to halfway lift. Drawing your hands down to the earth. Stepping, floating back. Coming up. Moving to down. Holding for 1. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, place, ground. Virabhadrasana 1. Right hand side. Engaging into your warrior. Releasing hands. Stepping right foot back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale, release down dog for 1. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, place, ground back foot. Warrior 1. Exhale, drawing hands all the way down. Stepping left back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Coming up to up dog. Releasing back to down for 5. As we find our place to rejuvenate and replenish those energies. Holding here for 1 more. Inhale, looking up to the top of your mat. Drawing forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, Urdhvanasana. Inhale, Urdhva. Releasing back to Tadasana. 2 down, 3 to go. You're doing amazing. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, release. Coming up to your halfway lift. Join your hands to Mother Earth. Join your feet back to the back of your mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. I know this is your favorite posture right now. Exhale, release. Downward facing dog for 1. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, place them between your mat. Sorry, between your hands. Drawing your hands all the way up towards the heavens. Engage. Release. Hands down to the earth. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Align that chest to pop. Exhale, release. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, join it forward. Grounding back foot. Drawing those hands all the way up. Exhale, release. Place. Draw back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Releasing back to down for 5. So coming back to your Ujjayi breathing. Inhale, looking up to the top of your mat. Floating forward, coming up. Release. Inhale, sweeping your arms all the way up across your aura. Drawing your hands through your center line. 3 down, 2 to go. I'm sure you slightly warm now. I know after these 2 more we're going to be properly warmed up. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the ear. Chaturanga Dandasana. Coming up to up dog. Releasing back to down for 1. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, placing it between your hands. Back foot to 45, hips squared up. Feeling that power, drawing through your hands, gaze up. With exhale, helicoptering your hands down. Back foot to the back of your mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Coming up to up dog, releasing back to down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, left leg all the way up. Exhale, placing it between your hands. Back foot. Virabhadrasana 1 on the left hand side. Matching the energy. Drawing it down. Stepping back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Coming up to upper facing dog. Releasing back to down. Holding here for 5. Inhale, looking up to the top of your mat. Stepping or jumping forward. Uddhva Uttanasana. Releasing. Uttanasana. Inhale. Uddhva Tadasana. And coming back to Tadasana. Beautiful. One more round of your warm-up left. Let's meet this moment as it is. Filled with light, love, and all the enthusiasm. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Coming up halfway lift. As we exhale, drawing feet to the back of the mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to up dog. Exhale back to down dog. Inhale right leg. Framing it between your hands. Grounding back. Warrior 1. Exhale, release. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, drawing back. Inhale, left leg. Drawing it forward as you come up to warrior one. Releasing your hands to the earth. Stepping back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Back to down for 5. As you approach your fifth and final exhalation, looking up to the top of your mat, either jumping or stepping forward, coming up to Urdhva Uttanasana, releasing Uttanasana. Inhale, sweeping your arms all the way up, drawing your hands together, drawing your prayer all the way through heart center, releasing it beside you. Just taking a moment to close your eyes and just sigh it all out. Beautiful. So right now, engaging into the standing series, just know you've met the moment as it was presented. We've reached it, we've made it through, we've experienced it. And right now you may be feeling something. Whatever it is that you're feeling, just allow yourself to hold yourself with it. It's not that we're holding into the discomfort, we're holding into the judgment, we're holding into the euphoria. It's that we accept this moment. We accept it with a smile because we did it and we made it. Alright. Okay, so just keeping your feet hip distance apart, peace fingers, hands to hips. Inhale, finding length through your spine. Exhale, folding over just from your hips only. Peace fingers connecting to big toes. If you need to find a bend in the knee, allow yourself to do so. Drawing your elbows out, allowing your head to hang heavy. As we come into Pada Kustasana, holding here for 5. As you surrender to yourself, just meeting yourself at that moment of surrender. Holding here for 1 more. Releasing your grip, placing your hands underneath your feet. As you come into Padahastasana, drawing your head all the way down to the earth as far as you can go. One more breath cycle. Releasing your grip. Slowly drawing up vertebra by vertebra, as slow as you can go. Rolling your shoulders over, drawing your neck and head all the way up. Resetting at the top of your mat. Beautiful. Deep inhale. Exhale, release. Leading with your left leg, opening up into a wide-legged stance, turning left foot to face the back. Inhale, both arms out wide. Slowly drawing forward, hinging over that left hip. And as you exhale, drawing left hand all the way down to 6, right hand all the way up to 12, gaze all the way up to 12. As we hold Namaste Trikonasana. Inhale, drawing up to neutral, releasing your hands, turning left foot in, turning right foot out. Reset. Inhale, both arms up wide, hinging forward, being called about that moment as you enter it. You've got the door, pulling it forward, opening, taking your gaze up. There's the magnum. One more breath cycle. Inhale, drawing up to center, releasing hands down, turning right foot in, turning left foot out. We're going to revolve our triangle pose now, coming into Ashtanga Trikonasana. Leading with your right hand, drawing it all the way up towards the stars. Exhale, releasing it to the outside of your left foot, opening left arm up. Drawing your gaze towards your left thumb. We're holding you up for 4 more beautiful breaths. Inhale, releasing back to neutral. Turning left foot in, turning right foot out. We're going to lead with the left hand this time, matching energy, creating 2 halves into 1, releasing it to the outside, facing left hand, opening up right arm all the way up, gaze towards the stars, holding you up for 4 more. One more breath cycle. Inhale back up to neutral. Resetting at the top of your mat. Coming back into Tadasana. Allowing a lush, dreamy inhalation to absorb the prana all the way through each and every pranic channel in your body. Exhale, drawing it out as you soften into the moment. As you meet it with kindness and compassion, leading with your left leg, drawing all the way to the back of the mat. Right knee 90 degrees, leading with your left hand this time. Inhale, drawing all the way up, finding length. Exhale, placing it on the inside of your left foot. Opening up right arm up and over, creating a beautiful diagonal line between your hand and your foot. Inhale, back up to neutral. Left foot in, right foot out. Right knee to 90, making sure that it doesn't go over your ankle. We want to protect its integrity, having it directly over. Inhale, right arm, finding length, getting that stretch on the side body. Exhale, releasing, placing it on the inside. Opening up, left arm up, and all the way over. Gaze towards your left thumb. Holding up for 4 more. Fifth and final, drawing up to neutral. Turning right foot in. Turning left foot out. 90-degree angle. We're going to release into evolved side angle, extended side angle posture. Again, leading with the right hand. This time we're going to place our hand on the outside of our left foot. Alrighty. Inhale, finding length. Doing that side stretch. Exhale, release it to the outside of your left foot. Opening left arm all the way up. Holding out for 4 more. Inhale, coming back up to neutral. Turning left, turning right. It's definitely not the sound of your GPS, I promise you that. It's just me, your yogic GPS. Inhale, left arm. Placing on the outside of your right foot. Opening up the right arm. Holding it for 5. Finding length as you inhale. Finding a little bit more depth as you exhale into the twist. Holding here for 1 more. Inhale, releasing back up to neutral. Resetting at the top of your mat. Meeting the moment right now in front of you. As we've journeyed this far through this space of time, we've met each moment right in front of us. In 3D, in 4D, and in 5D. Alrighty, we're going to extend our legs out into wide-legged stance now. We're going to come into 2 variations with Prasarita Padottanasana. Just making sure and checking in with your structure being your legs, making sure that we're activating into our calves, hammies, quads, glutes. Okay. So imagine you taking up 2 zips, pulling them all the way up, feeling that intensity of that structure, holding and meeting its moment in calmness through stillness. Two variations today. We're going to reach the ground first. So taking your hands towards your hips. Inhale, finding length. Exhale. Drawing over your hips. Releasing your hands down to the earth. Allowing your head to hang heavy. And slowly allowing your elbows to flop out. Holding up for 4 more. Slowly drawing your hands towards your hips. Drawing your torso all the way back up to neutral. Second variation, releasing your hands behind you, interlacing your fingers, allowing your palms to connect, drawing it as far down as possible. Inhale, finding length, up in your chest. Exhale, release, drawing all the way over. Inhale, drawing all the way back up to neutral. Resetting at the top of your mat, back into Tadasana. Just shaking any tense places that have created a little bit of a ripple of energy, releasing it out. Just coming back to find center. Alrighty. From here, we're going to roll through into our seated series. So once again, we're going to engage into those beautiful movements of Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Drawing your hands to the earth. Drawing your feet to the back of the mat. Rolling through Chaturanga Dandasana. Coming up to upward facing dog. Releasing back to downward facing dog. Inhale, looking up to the top of your mat. We're going to find seated. So either placing your feet to find seated, either floating through or jumping through. Excellent. Okay, we're going to set up for Dandasana. Just extending your feet forward. Just making sure you find the length through your back. Making sure that those toes are active, pointing all the way up. As you stretch into those calves and activate them, you should find a little gap between the heel and your mat. Bringing hand to heart center, we're going to hold it for 5. One more. Release them, letting go. At least there is no Chaturanga after this Dandasana. We're going to just come into one variation of Paschimottanasana. So we're going to release through our peace fingers, connecting them towards our big toes. So taking in deep inhale, finding length through your spine, drawing all the way up. As you exhale, reaching forward. If you need to bend your knees, allow yourself to do so. Connecting, holding, inhale, drawing further up. Exhale, drawing your torso to meet and hug your thighs, allowing your head to rest all the way down onto your knees or shins, wherever it may go today. Just listening to your body and just allowing it to be. Then your next inhale, slowly rolling all the way up, coming back to neutral, crossing right leg over left, rolling over your knees, placing your hands, stepping your feet back, Chaturanga Dandasana, all the way up to up dog, releasing back to down dog. Inhale, looking up to the top of your mat, jumping or floating through, finding seated. Extending your feet forward, drawing your hands underneath your shoulders, fingers facing to the front, and coming to Purvottasana. Beautiful counter pose for all the chaturangas we've been doing. So we're going to draw our hips all the way up and slowly allow our neck to draw up towards the heavens as we hold up for 5. Okay, so making sure that you spread your fingers out wide. Inhale, drawing all the way up, lifting those hips as far as you can go. Drawing your gaze all the way up, holding here for 4 more, activating through your Ujjayi breathing. Holding up for 1 more, just pushing those hips as far up as they can go. Drawing your gaze back in front of you, slowly releasing the torso and body all the way down, crisscrossing left over right, rolling over your knees, Chaturanga Dandasana, up dog, releasing back to down. Inhale, looking up to the top of your mat, finding seated. Excellent. Okay, from here, what we're going to do, so we're going to come into Adha Baddha Padma Padmottanasana. Okay, so we're going to inhale right leg in, slowly releasing knee to the outer edge, connecting the foot into your thigh, releasing right hand behind, gripping it onto your t-shirt or hoodie. Inhale, left arm all the way up. Exhale, releasing forward, connecting left hand as far as it can go, either towards your shin, ankle, or towards your foot, placing your hand on the outside, and just folding over, holding up for 4 more. Inhale, releasing, crisscrossing right over left, rolling over those knees, drawing your feet to the back of the mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Coming up to up dog, releasing back. Ardha Mukha Shavasana. Inhale, looking up to the top of your mat. Finding seated, extending both feet forward. Inhale, left leg in this time. Slowly drawing it out, the outer edges of the mat, connecting your left foot into your right thigh, making sure that your right toes are pointed all the way up, left hand behind, inhale right arm all the way up, exhale, drawing it forward. Holding out for one more. Inhale, releasing all the way up, crisscrossing left over right, rolling over your knees, placing your hands, drawing your feet to the back of the mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Coming up to upward facing dog, releasing back to down dog. Inhale, looking up to the top of your mat, either jumping or stepping forward. So either jumping and placing forward. Excellent. Just releasing your feet out. What we're going to do now for our final posture, which is not Shavasana just yet. We're going to come into Navasana and Talasana. So we're going to hold Navasana for one breath cycle, release down into Talasana, one breath cycle. Okay, I'm going to do that for 5 rounds, alright? So if you need to place your hands underneath your knees, allow yourself to do so. Just extending forward. Inhale, drawing your legs up, extending those hands. Inhale. Exhale. Crossing your legs, placing your hands down, drawing the weight all the way up off the mat. If you just need to push your feet up, allow yourself to do so using your core. Releasing down. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. Inhale, drawing yourself off the mat. Exhale, drawing it down. Inhale, Navasana. Exhale, release. Inhale, Talasana. Exhale, release. 2 more rounds to go. Inhale, Navasana. Exhale, release. Inhale, Talasana. And release. Last round. We're going to hold for 5 this time. Okay. So if you need to place your hands underneath your knees, allow yourself to do so. Or if you want to extend out into the full posture, holding for 4 more. And exhale, release, letting it go. Last Talasana, drawing all the way up. And letting it go. Beautiful. Slowly just extending your feet out. Last bit of core work required now. Inhale, both your arms up. Exhale. Align your torso to draw all the way down onto the mat. Extending your feet to the outer edges of the mat. Placing your hands beside you, with the palms facing up or down. As you start to prepare yourself for your final posture in Shavasana. As you start to slowly settle in, slowly releasing your breath. As you meet the moment as it is, you start to relax. we start to let go, and we start to move into a space of being settled, being still, in this space. We have met the moment, we have met the moments as they have come, as they have been, and we move from one to the next with grace, with flow, through breath and movement. We're all filled with magnetic and cosmic energy radiating through us as we've honed into this space of being true to ourselves, being the authentic versions of who we truly are, inside and out. Allow that to hold with you as you drift away into another space, into another place, as you let go. Slowly reigniting that flame within you as you find a little tickle through your fingers, small jiggle through your toes, and a gentle roll on your wrists and ankles. As you start to find the lush inhalation, drawing your hands overhead, stretching your feet forward, and just sighing it all out. Taking in a deep inhale, bringing your knees to chest, engaging in the action of love through a massive hug. As you slowly roll over onto your left hand side, just placing your head on your left bicep, placing your right hand down onto the earth. As you magnetize the gratitude that you have for you, the practice, and the journey that you've taken today. Allow it to permeate throughout you, through your energies, and everywhere else that you may go, and everywhere else that you may be. Allow it to flow, allow it to be, allow it to hold. As you slowly start to pop yourself back up into a seated position, slowly drawing your hands to heart center. We will close off our Ashtanga practice today, closing invocation, the beautiful sound of Om. Swasti prajabhyaha paripalyayantam nayena magena mahim mahishaha go brahmaya shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Inhale 4. I hope you had an amazing practice, my Penguin Ashtangis. I hope you find a little bit more in the moment, and I hope that this moment, as is for you, is everything that is meant to be. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. I wish you a blessed day ahead. Namaste.